Pleasure. How are you, young man? Adriano, nice to meet you. Denny, how are you? Adriano. Hi, how are you? Adriano, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Oh, champagne. Danny. Hey, sir. How are you? Hi, how are you? Let's see you again.
Quick group shot, quick group picture. Preferably not in front of the window.
So all of them or one, just two?
Just like over here, away from the reflection.
Can you see everybody?
My reflection.
I will in the camera too.
Hi, how are you? My name is Takesha Whites. I'm the president of Carver's Community Development Corporation, Carver Federal Savings Bank here in Harlem. And we're working with Go Africa to partner with the small business community, bringing capital to the community.
Okay, so what is your motivation to be here today at this event?
So we're excited, happy to support Senator Espaillat and welcome him into the community and welcome Go Africa and Carver's partnership. And we're here to support Go Africa in their efforts to work with the small business community. And one of our main missions at Carver is to provide access to capital for our small business owners. And that's a lot of what the work that we do on community outreach and engagement. And a lot of the work that we do also is kind of working with the medical field as well, helping doctors and sole practitioners bring access to capital for expansion and opportunities for improving their capacity. So that's a large part of what the bank is looking to do.
Okay, do you know him personally? Do you think that he can face the challenge that is waiting for him?
I don't know him personally. In fact, I just met him this evening. I know he has an impressive body of work. He has some very big shoes to fill. But I think working in concert with the community, with local banks, community banks like Carver, small business community, I think the future is bright for him. And I think we are it's a great time in Harlem because there's sort of a changing of the guard. A lot of new energy, renewed energy in small businesses. And as we know, small businesses really feed the local economy. And Carver is definitely poised to support the small businesses in any way that we can. So we want to help Espaillat and figure out how we can work best together. So I do think the future is bright.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's been a long journey for him. Prior to my tenure, I didn't know he ran the first time. But we did support him in 2014, and he did win this particular primary. What inspired us to promote me in particular was his economic record in the historical record. For those of you who know me, I'm very big on public policy. Denny would dig into the bowels, right? And for the sake of it, yes, Denny will research it if you actually hand it to him, right? So that, his record speaks for itself. He's an immigrant, and he's done a lot for the community, and he endeavors to do forward. So my aspect of supporting him was independent of even meeting him. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So I didn't realize he was that nice as he was, and the fact that he kind of liked me, which everyone kind of will agree is, well, we know.
That's special.
So without that, we're going to do Adriano Espaillat.
Thank you, Denny. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming. Denny's right. In fact, he hosted an event for me here back in 2014, and I couldn't be here because I think it was budget time. And so I had to call in. So you met me, some of you may have been here and met me through the phone. I only regret that he's not 6 or 7 blocks further north, so he could be in the district. But that's okay. Maybe that could be taken care of in 2020, right? But I am very happy to be here, and I think we have a lot in common. I'm an immigrant like many of you. I came from the Dominican Republic as a young boy, settled on 153rd Street, not too far from where you live. Went to school there. My parents, my father in particular, was a businessman. You know, he got up and put us at the table, at the dinner table, and he held our hands and he said, "We're Americans now, don't look back." And it was just a journey forward, and very successful. And I'm very happy to now have the opportunity to represent the district where I lived in for 51 years now. I came as a young boy. I grew up in that district, and I saw the good times, the not so good times, and the promising times that I think are right now. I think we have great promise, great energy, a great diversity in the district. The district now stretches all the way north to the northwest Bronx to Gun Hill Row, and it embraces a big African community in the West Bronx, as well as in East Harlem and all throughout the district. So the African diaspora brings with it ingenuity. It brings with it a certain will to get things done, a determination, and it's very creative. And so I think that that's a big plus for the district, for a younger community. How do we bring that younger community in and usher it in, and also benefit from what it brings to the table? I think that's a great challenge for all of the elected officials in the district, but I think it's a great opportunity for me because I understand that dynamic, and I think we can do great things working together. So I was, this summer I went to Go Africa on 116th Street. I really enjoyed it, being there. I've been now working very closely with Denny for couple of years now. I'm dying to try the coffee. I hear it's very good. I hear it's different. I hear Bustelo is going to have some serious competition. And so I'm dying to try the coffee. And I think we can do so much together because the world is really one, and there's so many things that could come from Africa. And those of you that come from different countries there know how to navigate the system there and how to bring all the wonderful things that could come from that continent here to the U.S. to make it better. And particularly to this district, which is iconic, right? It's an iconic district, only represented by 2 former members of Congress. I got great shoes to fill. I'm an 11, but I think I'm gonna have to work really hard to get to 13. Because it's Adam Clayton Powell and Charles B. Rangel are 2 giants, and but I bring with me my own style, right? I bring with me my own style. I have my own vision. I think I have my own energy. I have my way of doing things, and I think that with your help, we can be just as great as they were, if not better. And so I'm very excited. I'll be going to Washington tomorrow, and on Wednesday, the congressman will be presenting me to the Democratic caucus, and I will be speaking before them for the first time. This weekend, I was at the Black Caucus Gala Dinner, where I heard President Obama give his last speech there, a very wonderful and very strong speech, as well as Secretary Hillary Clinton was there. And so this is a special time, right? And a very demanding time from all of us, right? From all of us to really come forward and make sure that we vote in November, that we show that the legacy that we have built together, as Obama said, hope, his name will not be on the ballot, but hope will be on the ballot. And fear will be on the ballot as well. And so we must make those choices, right? And so I'm very optimistic about the future, and I hope to continue to work with you very closely together as we build this bridge all the way from Africa right here to the 13th Convention of the So we're going to do the 2 things first. First is, as everyone likes, it's all about the money. And I like counting money, even if it's not mine. Is that we have 2 rounds for you. Dr. Jones will match
any American that is African American, blah, 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 don't know where you're from, really, he'll match you when you donate. And Abraham should say, for you Africans who naturally know where you are, he will match you. Isn't that great?
Yes.
I like that. I like that. That's the first round. So Michael is right there, right behind you.
We brought him in the room so you didn't have to walk next door. He's right here.
Turn around, take out a little credit card. Michael, if someone gets you a little, something, from me, I turn them down, shake them up, bring them out.
Thank you.
So, go ahead.
Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm glad I'm just checking up to see if our service is okay. How are they so far? Glad to hear that. Another thing, my name is Yalitza. This is my family. As you can see, we probably all look alike. I just wanted to say, Adriano, we are very, very happy for everything that's going on, especially me as Dominican, so is my peers and my family. And then we also can agree in this room that we would also like to thank Abraham and his partner for allowing all of us to share this moment here with you. And I just hope everybody enjoys their day. Well, their night. All right, thank you.
Well, I want to congratulate you, young people. And don't be deterred. Never be discouraged. Don't dismay. The future is very bright. I came here as a 9-year-old with all my papers, and now I'm getting ready to be a member of Congress. So, don't be discouraged.
Right here, in your district,
You're a voter. I heard you're a voter. You gotta vote to November.
I'm sorry, we'll call you out.
And so I wish you all the very best. And you look lean and mean and prepared and swift. You're getting ready to conquer the world. So thank you for your service.
So, while he's indisposed, who? Junior. Junior, this is like only 2 minutes. It's not till you win. Hey,
What happened?
Well, this is a dream come true. 2012 I was in Ethiopia. And definitely my staff in African services based in Harlem. Politically, the organization as a non-profit cannot endorse any political organization or candidate. But as a person, also my wife and my daughter and Tanja and the staff have always been really favorable to our Congressman-elect Espaillat. So for me to be here tonight with my own brother, all are the same, east, west, north, south, Africa, white, black, and so on. The good thing is that we all want to do good to this great country, to our community, regardless. So for me to be standing with my elect congressman and to really have the time with him is really a great privilege. And we have to empower him. Empowering him means we empower ourselves, our community, regardless. And I love to travel to Washington, D.C., and I'm going to keep on visiting your office and talk to your staff.
he knows everybody. There's something to know.
But my brother is really, you have worked very hard, you deserve it, you got it. and you will be there for as long as you really want to be serving your community. So it's really for me a privilege, a great privilege to be here with you tonight. And thank you, Danny, for inviting me to be part of it. Thank you.
But the part I love this side is everyone knows that truth is better than fiction. He sent his wife for African Services when your opposition asked to support him. Don't do it. That's what he said. So with that, Junior, that's it. It's after you win, you know. Then session 2 miles down.
Don't stress me, relax, relax. I don't want to say that. We're so happy to have you here today. On behalf of the African community, I would like to say thank you so much for accepting to start this this process, the process of reaching out to the African community. It is a growing community in New York City, the African community, and we've always heard about some African complaining not to be very close or being heard by government officials and elected officials. And today you are showing us that things are going to be different. So we want to first thank you for that. We also want you to know that there is a young generation of Africans. This room should have been packed with Africans today. Unfortunately, we have the rain. We have the UNGA going on. We have the recent terrorists because one of our leaders, Siddiq White, who is the police department, who was supposed to be our chair, but he sent his apologies because they have a meeting at the police headquarters right now, so he couldn't make it. And some of them are still coming, the African side.
I see where we get it from. We have last, which is Latin American Standard Time.
So just on behalf of the African community here and also in New York City, I would just like to let you know that we are ready to work with you. We are a hard-working community. We are one of the most educated community in New York City. Unfortunately, we like jobs at government positions. We like sometimes funding for our businesses. And despite that, we are successful. Can you imagine having you at that position? How good we could do. So we are just here to let you know that we will work with you and close to you. You can count on us, you can count on us, and also we will be there to support you fully. We will keep being this, putting up this strong and clean image that African community has, and we'll work together, to build a great New York City. We will have to make sure that New York City stays this big and great city, the greatest city in the world. So thank you so much again for being here today. You have young entrepreneurs, African entrepreneurs, leaders from the community that are just ready, ladies, men that are ready today to just to show their support. And thank you once more for being here today. So we really appreciate it.
Our love and affection, and I look forward to working with all of you. I see a lot of positive things in the African community. Your work ethic is one that's very special, that I see. Your sense of family is also another very important quality. And I think that many members of your community are well prepared and trained to be part of the workforce, and you just need that opportunity. And so I hope to be the guy that cracks the door just a little bit open. And once that door is just a little bit open, I know you will kick it down. And so
want to do that. Remember, we are not close to work. In Africa, we are not close to our elected officials. We are not used to. Sometimes people call us, we won't come. Not because we don't want to be there, because we won't believe that it's possible. So most of Africans that you will call will tell you, hey, is it possible? I moved to the US 4 years ago, and I wouldn't imagine that I'll be close to a congressman. So, yeah, because that one is pretty much impossible. So, it's as I said at the beginning, it's a working process. We will build that together, and we count on your patience too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The door should be wide open. I mean, that's the model that I've followed in my 20 years in service in the state legislature is that even, I come into my office and I see people that say, you want to say, come in, I open the door. They don't have an appointment, I say, I don't care, let me hear you. And try to resolve problems that way. I think that bureaucracy is designed to tell you no. The bureaucracies are often designed to tell you no, to tell you that you cannot do it, that you cannot come in, that it is impossible, that is no way, no how, that you're going to make it happen. And we got to really change that.
Yeah.
We have to really reduce that mantra that is perpetrated by bureaucracies that are so difficult to navigate, and people very often just give up. People give up because it's, people have kids to raise, they have rent to pay, they have bills to pay, they have to get up and get to work on time, and in the weekend they have just a little bit of time to spend with their families. They're overwhelmed. And so if you tackle that, the bureaucracies are thrown right before them to get ahead. It's almost impossible. So we have to really push that aside, make a streamline the processes to make sure that people could invest, businesses to do better. I look very much forward to hoping that the empowerment zone is reauthorized, right?
Yes, please.
But when we do that, we have to sit down and we're going to see what has worked and what has not worked.
Yes.
So we could develop a new model, right?
True.
That works best for us, right? We have the luxury of having that experience now to be able to look at it. And if we're able to get that done, we'll be able to say, well, this worked or this didn't work that well. Let's change this part and make a better model. I think that's our challenge, and I look forward to working with you.
Please do it. You can't do it.
Thank you, Senator Espaillat, for coming in, Congressman-elect Espaillat for coming. So now's the time to actually put your money where your mouth is.
Yes.
We will take all donations, no matter how small. It doesn't matter. Like Dr. Beach said earlier, I'll match all the Americans, dollar for dollar for what they're donating, and so that's what we're proposing now. And Ibrahim will match all of the Africans dollar for dollar. So
Français to dollar.
France to dollar. And so that's what we're looking to do, because we have to support someone that, like Senator Espaillat, because he actually means what he says. Denny introduced me to him a while back, and I was like, this man's amazing. And it was kind of, he's so real and he means what he says. It's very delightful and it's very different to have that come from a politician. So when he says that he wants to work with all of us, and he wants to make the empowerment zone represent all of us, and he wants everyone's input, he really does mean that. I mean, he's responsible for, I want to say this because maybe not everyone knows, but if anyone's been around on Dyckman and seen all of the businesses on Dyckman and in Inwood and in Washington Heights, and how in the last, I'd say 5 to 8 years or so, that there's been this amazing change, and now there's all these restaurants, and there's places to eat, there's bars, and they're all very nice. And if you go there and you're not kind of dressed up, on Sundays you might look out of place. Everybody comes in and they're serious. It's really, really nice. He's responsible for doing a lot of that, so he can actually do that for more of the Bronx too, that represent a lot of communities that people are here for. He's also interested in making sure that things get cleaned up in terms of decreasing the criminal aspect so that those businesses can flourish. And so many people that we have here are African entrepreneurs who want to start businesses. He's very interested in making sure that the environment can exist for that to happen. So we definitely want to support him in this moment now and in the future. So like we said before, if you would like to make donations, which we hope everyone does, make your way over to the corner here and you can start with that. So I'd like to thank him for coming and for being such a wonderful representative for us, and we wish him all the best.
Special now.
I look forward to
Oh
coming to
my
the arts.
God, I didn't know
Nice to meet you, ladies.
That's a donation.
Adriano Espaillat, thank you. Nice to meet you again. Thank you.